Hello, welcome to part 36.
Yeah.
Let's see. I forgot to read the paper last time. I want to do that.
Who's out there?
It's me, Arthur.
You're bad.
I'm back. We should get rid of this fox, I guess. Maybe Pearson can do something with it.
Whoa, easy.
Let's do that first. We had some tips about home robberies.
Well, I'm feeling a little dizzy.
As per usual. There's like home robberies, there's like a poker game above a gun shop in San Denis, I think.
My
There's
table awaits your offerings,
the artist
Mr.
guy.
Morgan. I will. Many
All right.
thanks, Mr. Morgan.
Just donated rats and crows for provisions.
Hey.
I don't wanna know what.
Arthur. There he is.
Use a slug of whiskey in this.
Maybe after lunch.
It's either
huh?
reading or robbing with you, ain't it? A fella can do both. Morning to you.
You want to sit down, Arthur?
There's room here. You want to sit?
Sure.
You good?
Yeah.
Hello.
How's it going?
How are you, Mary Beth?
Good. How was the big party at the mayor's house?
You ever think about going back to Mexico?
We got some
I
good
can't.
information out of it.
At least not for now.
Okay,
long
I'll catch
story.
you later then.
I'd like to go there one
Sure.
day.
Morning.
Hey there.
Grimshaw keeping off your back?
I wish.
Well, just keep your head down.
All right, Arthur.
Still haven't said anything about till he came in. Anyway, I was just saying I donated rats and crows for the provisions. I don't think that's a stew we'll want to be eating.
How wrong I was.
Hello, Tilly.
Hi.
You seem a bit happier.
Yes, I'm feeling good.
I'm glad.
Sure thing.
All right, let's get out of here. I want to go over to San Denis, I think.
You sure you're okay?
I'm fine.
Well, if you ever need something, you let me know. Okay, well, let's talk more later.
All right, Arthur.
We have the artist invited us,
Hey.
and then the
I wonder if I'll ever not smell a campfire again.
I think it's in our skin now.
we got a bunch of missions in Saint Denis, but we have the guy we talked to who was choking at the party. There's a mission with him, and then there was a mission with that artist. We'll check those out first, and then see what else there is.
Yeah! Easy, man.
Right there, nice and obedient.
Oh, good.
God bless you, mister.
Come on, girl.
Well,
Okay, then.
we saved one of them.
All right, girl.
Oh, we got a mission with Sadie, too. All right. I think the T is Trelawney.
Morning, fella.
This is the Gray's plantation, right? Over there. All right, I think we want to go up here is where... I forgot what that guy's name was. The guy who was choking at the party. Pretty sure, though, he was north of San Denis. I wonder what he's doing. Alright, so looks like we're almost here. What is this place? Restaurant. Is it like a hotel?
Out of the damn way!
Oops, sorry. Let's see. This guy gave us his card.
Morning.
Ah,
Hoping everyone isn't as bone idle
that's
as
it.
you, huh?
Algernon Wasp. Kind of an odd place, huh?
One moment, please. This is extremely delicate.
What's he doing?
Hey,
There. Ah, wonderful. May I help you?
well, I don't know. I met you, remember? At that party?
Oh, yes. You saved my life. Oh, I am eternally yours, Algernon Wasp, purveyor of the exotic and the exquisite. Enchanté.
Tacitus Kilgore.
How can I help you? May I interest you in a hat, perhaps?
Don't think so.
How about a nymph? I import them from Brussels. The idiots in this town all want Italian nymphs, but the Italians make the coarsest of marble. I mean, quite frankly, the Baroque is an abomination. Belgium. Now that is a land for the connoisseur.
Oh, yes, yeah, as I always say. But, you know, I'm not really a nymph kind of man.
Oh, of course, too ephemeral. You want something, more tangible, more gothic. I also make corsets. Would you like a corset? I always wear one.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I ride a lot of horses. The whalebone might stick in.
Well, a cup of tea.
Sure.
Okay.
And what is it you do, Mr. Kilgore? Are you a gentleman of leisure? An aesthete? An artist?
I suppose I'm kind of an adventure.
Ha! Yes, of course you are. Here, be careful with the china. Sir, it is French.
Not Belgian?
No. They are Philistines in that area, not to be trusted. Youth, eternally preserved in marble, is more their specialty. I fear China will always elude them. Now, why are you here exactly?
I don't know.
You're an adventurer, a wanderer, a lost soul cast out from heaven?
Sure.
Well, I do pay exceptionally well for certain objects needed for my art.
You do?
I do. Exceptionally well.
Well, what do you need?
Let's see. Right now, I have a couple of commissions. I need at least 15 egret plumes. Good ones, obviously. I also need 15 assorted orchids. Here's a list.
Okay. I will see what I can do. Thanks for the tea.
Thank you, Tacitus. It'll be very worth your while.
15 egret plumes and... What did he... Orchids? 5 little, 5 reddish, 5 snowy egret plumes. 15 Lady of the Night orchids. Alright. Well, that was interesting. I guess we just have to collect those. Hey, it's the same as the miniature one he offered me. Should we sit and read the paper? Or can I not sit here? Doesn't look like it.
Je vous salue.
Alright, here we go. Feud at the bank. Bloody shootout between families. Moonshine trafficking suspected. Dead and dying in the streets. Roads. News was received here today of a tremendous escalation of the decades-old blood feud between the Greys and Braithwaites, two prominent local families who have been arguing since long before the war. The town of Rhodes and its residents were the true victims in a fight between these powerful families. The recent altercation originated in the Rhodes parlor house, which is owned by the Grey family. Reports say that moonshine or money was the basis of the argument. So yeah, that was when we went with Hosea. Prisoner escapes. Murderer was set to hang. Score of lawmen dead in wild shootout, small mountain town in mourning. So this was when we set Micah free. What did he do exactly? Tens of lawmen are dead in what is described as the most brazen jailbreak in years. The local doctor was so overwhelmed with the dead and wounded that he has not been seen in town since. Quincy statue defiled. Confederate war hero fought bravely at Scarlet Meadows. A dispatch from the Saint Denis constable reports that the statue of General Quincy Harris was defaced in a craven act. The hero of the War of Northern Aggression saw his bravest men cut down in front of his eyes at the Battle of Scarlet Meadows in 1864. The word coward appeared on the statue, no doubt placed there by the handful of ill-advised citizens who seek to tarnish the name of a general that historians agree was a courageous military man. The battle that day was hectic and a scene of carnage with conflicting accounts soon discredited, and General Harris is remembered as the one who never turned coat in the face of adversity. A modern steam marvel. Cornwall orders fastest steamship in the world, expected to arrive within the week. Industrialist and rail magnate Leviticus Cornwall has ordered delivery of the nation's first turbine-powered steamship, a marvel of engineering from the United Kingdom. First unveiled as an experimental vessel in 1894, it was then demonstrated as the fastest ship on the water. Now beginning commercial production, the Turbinia class, as it was first christened, is expected to be a private vessel for Mr. Cornwall, built to his exact specifications and including a level of opulence and grandeur not before seen on modern sailing vessels. Expected to arrive within the week. I wonder if that's going to play into the riverboat thing at all? Lawman found dead. Henry Jenkins was veteran of force. Angelo Bronte sends condolences. Foul play suspected. Officer Henry Jenkins was found dead last Tuesday of a gunshot to the head in what has been described as an ambush that left the veteran officer slumped forward in his outhouse near the abode that he shared with his wife of 20 years. Jenkins has led an investigation against prominent local businessman Angelo Bronte, 55, who resides in a mansion on Flavian Street. Mr. Bronte has long been a supporter of local constable and law enforcement and frequently appears at social events celebrating Saint Denis politicians. Some have accused Bronte of being involved in a syndicate that deals in smuggling and racketeering, though numerous officials vouch for him as a fine member of the local business community. They say that his Italian heritage is being held against him, and that Bronte is of great benefit to the community, contributing to fundraisers for local schools, as well as supporting causes to help the infirm and elderly. Interesting. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Bronte had something to do with Jenkins' murder. Message scroll, fifth person slain. Pattern identified. Message scrawled in blood. Worries intensify of plague, similar to deaths years ago. Residents of Saint Denis are living in fear as the ritualistic deaths from years ago have returned. The pattern is the same. Teeth marks like those of a hyena or dog on the body are noticeable. There are messages scrawled next to the body in blood. Some have attributed the deaths to yellow fever, but others cite vampires as the cause. Saint Denis lawmen announced years ago that they had caught the culprit, and indeed did hang Bosco Lopez, who had spent many years living in Argentina before arriving in Saint Denis by frigate. Now that the 5th victim has been found, lawmen are expressing caution, indicating that all residents should avoid traveling alone in the evening wherever possible, and keep all residences without locks barricaded overnight. Women are especially advised to show caution, as they are more often than not the victims of the attacks. Interesting. So that 5 people died with teeth marks and messages. So that's different from the victims we've been finding. The king of corsets. Exotic finery booms in Saint Denis. Since the wife of King Henry II of France enforced a ban on thick waists at court attendance, the corset has remained in high fashion for all who can afford it, using exotic lace and stays and whale bones and metal supports. Much cherished local artisan and Algernon Wasp fashions striking corsets at his world-renowned workshop and greenhouse in the Mansion district of Saint-Denis. His millinery work and corsetry are all the rage amongst the fashionable members of the higher classes, who prize his use of rare and most delicate materials such as orchids and egret feathers. With a long list of elite and aristocratic clients from all around the world, Mr. Wasp's workshop toils into the night to make the waists of aristocrats slimmer and their heads daintier with finery. He remains an example of Saint-Denis' status as a cultural capital of the world. Interesting. Well, we just met him. They have fled. Lemoyne Raiders now in Texas. The ex-soldiers, renegades, and criminals that loosely comprised the Lemoyne Raiders militia have mostly fled to Texas after repeated clashes with the government and law enforcement. Preaching the Free Stater anti-government and anti-tax doctrine, their message soon grew tiresome for a populace that simply wants to move on after the war between the states. The scrappy militia has spent the last few years robbing government employees and institutions and regular citizens as well. After some stinging defeats, the Lemoyne Raiders fled to areas of Texas, where it is reported their disdain for paying tax or supporting the government is more readily received. Interesting, they didn't mention why they left it all, though. A massive motif, cliff sculpture in Grizzlies. Wayfarers in the Grizzlies have reported a massive cliff face sculpture is underway, courtesy of an as yet unknown artist. Undertaken by a lone man toiling with a hammer and chisel, but rarely seen, he is suspended by hemp rope and works in the beating sun to accomplish his artistic vision of carving a face into a prominent rock face. The project began several weeks ago, according to travelers who say the man has undertaken it as an homage to his beloved wife. Interesting, so that's obviously a Mount Rushmore reference. War brewing in Europe. Power struggle in Africa at issue. Britain killing scores of Dutch settlers. The struggle for power in Africa continues. The territories of rival European powers are being disputed once more. Great Britain has plunged into a full-scale war against Dutch settlers in southern Africa, known as the Boers. Despite the belief that a compromise would be found, hostilities have commenced to crush the Boers as Great Britain rushes to send men and munitions to southern Africa. Rival European powers accuse Great Britain of threatening legitimate claims to territories controlled by others and the gold and diamond mines there that create immense wealth. Also of concern is that the vast and unruly native populations may prove restless, ungrateful, and resentful towards their European masters. So yeah, that would be the Boer War. Women should keep silence, allowed to sing but not speak in church. She is subordinate to man. The first day's synod of Virginia was spent with devotional exercises led by Reverend T.M. Spriggs, speaking on giving the Word of God to all people. His committee was tasked last year to study the scriptural position of women in the home and church and their duties, and came to some unsurprising conclusions. Order remains heaven's first law, and it necessitates the due subordination of the ruled to the ruler. This subordination of women by divine appointment is sadly ignored or denied by the women's movement. The home is the special sphere of a woman, and indeed this is her throne. The church and indeed the scriptures forbid a woman to hold office or bear rule, lead prayer in a public assembly, and they command her to keep silence. The scriptures teach what a woman may do in church, her home or in public. She may sing in mixed-sex devotional services or in meetings of her own sex. The report was signed by all 5 clergymen, and they remain unanimous on the woman question, as does this newspaper, which supports the natural order of things, even though we are men of science first and foremost. Well, I'm sure, what was her name? Mrs. Wilkins would have something to say about that. Miss Wilkins, I think. A summer outing. Lagris, fishing, and hunting. For those feeling ill, overworked, and seeking pleasure, the area of Lagras is ideal for camping, fishing, and hunting. The small remote settlement in the swamps of the bayou is teeming with fish and wildlife, and for a reasonable rental, a local will act as a guide for people traveling through or angling. The settlement of Lagras is self-sufficient, earning money through fishing, guiding, or working at Hagen orchards nearby. A guide for the day is not only pleasurable, but practical, as reports of aggressive alligator attacks have resulted in their services being in high demand. I think I rode through there. It's like a little town in the swamp. I haven't really explored it yet. Coach ambushed, assailants flee, burn barn, search continues for robbers. A supply coach operated by Cornwall Industries was ambushed just south of Scarlet Meadows in Lemoyne. The band of thieves, numbering 4 in all, ordered the guards to abandon the coach. They then immediately fled with the stolen coach. The victims of the coach robbery gave pursuit to a local farm where the assailants were discovered later that night. During a massive gunfight, the highwaymen set fire to the barn, which burned to the ground. They escaped into the woods. That was Bill's idea. The Art of Angling by Jeremy Gill. Channel catfish. As a world-famous master of both rod and pin, it often troubles me to see this fascination with factories and machines. They can dull the senses. I have long prided myself as a fisherman free from exhibitions of vanity and self-conceit, which is why I am often asked to lecture on my extensive travels, sharing the success of my uncanny ability to catch any fish, and also on spiritual, romantic, and economic matters. Indeed, fishing once helped me to stop a major European land war, but that's another story, for another day. Catfish care not a jot for major battles, averted or otherwise. My next challenge, catching a monster-sized channel catfish. They love muddy waters and prefer crayfish over other baits. Fish in overcast weather, these mysteries of the deep detest the sun, much like our British counterparts. Happy hunting. And that is it. So, actually wasn't really much of anything in that one. I guess we found out about, this guy we just talked to, but we didn't really find out anything new. And then, people are dying with similar wounds in Saint Denis. That could be interesting if there's a story there. I saw that weird writing on the wall when I was editing. What did it say? It was like something about a maiden.
Oh, good day to you. Do you have anything you can spare for a blind man?
Is someone there?
Oh, thank you, sir. Truly, thank you. It means a lot to me.
You're welcome. Got the
How do you do?
Hello.
got the gallows here.
Alms for the
Anyway, it said
blind.
something about a maiden and living in the dead. Do you think that could have anything to do? Because they mentioned like vampires or something. Where was that? It was by, wait, there was a, is there an actual saloon there? I think there was. Yeah, I think it's right here. Whoops. Yeah, right here. I drink from the maiden and I live again in the dead.
Good evening.
The Heart of the Ring of Blood. Let's see. Oh, cool, and it like drew a map. All right. Is there a trail here? Is there just a cat here?
Hey, kitty.
American domestic cat. So should I don't know. I kind of doubt that I can follow that trail. Let's see if I can find more of these.
Keep in, sir.
Excuse me.
Who is this?
Hey, do I know you?
Mr. I believe we've met.
We have?
At that ghastly party.
Oh, Evelyn Miller.
Unfortunately so, Mr.
Arthur Morgan, at least sometimes.
Can I say something rude?
Sure.
The mayor thinks you robbed him. To be clear, he wasn't very upset about it. He rather liked you.
Okay.
Do you, well, I mean to say, can you steal things?
Is there a reason you're asking me to incriminate myself, Mr. Miller?
Well, I'm sorry. Have you met? This is Rains Fall, a great chief, and his son, Eagle Flies.
Gentlemen?
Yeah, we saw you in the wagon train crossing the river at Cumberland Falls.
Oh, yeah.
And at the party, you were upstairs.
You have great powers of observation.
Yes, my people, if we are even a people anymore. We've fought hard. We've made peace treaties, and those treaties were broken. And we've been moved and punished and moved.
I'm sure.
And now I am told we are to be moved again.
Clearly contravening the peace treaty signed 3 years ago.
This will lead to war.
No, my son, it will not. We cannot fight another war. They have got stronger, and we have become far weaker, Mr. Morgan.
Yeah, it's bad business.
It's to do with oil. I know it is, but I need the proof. I believe there were some prospectors who were on their land a few months ago who have filed reports with Leviticus Cornwall and the state government claiming huge reserves of oil under their land.
So, you want me to try and steal it?
Obviously they can't. And even more obviously, I would be useless. Listen, I realize that it is a ridiculous request, but we're very desperate.
I'm not a do-gooder, Mr. Miller. Gentlemen, I'm very sorry for your predicament, but I'm a working man. I got problems of my own.
We will pay you very handsomely, Mr. Morgan.
Well, you know, if you
How much?
mention money...
I told you, they're all mercenaries.
There's a price on my head in 2 states, my friend. The government doesn't like me any more than it does you. Like you, I've been running for as long as I can remember. And like you, my time here is nigh undone.
We understand, and we will pay.
Thank you.
You meet my son in a couple of days near Citadel Rock, just west of the oil fields.
Okay.
We are very grateful for your help.
Gentlemen, that appointment with the senator. We should head over there.
It's a waste of our time. And his.
We must try everything. Come along.
Hello, Mr. Miller. The counselor wants to apologize. He can see you now.
We've been waiting I don't know how long.
Or next month, if you'd like to reschedule.
Come. Perhaps the senator won't mind waiting.
That's gonna be interesting. So remember we
Come on, girl.
when we robbed the train in the very the third episode or whatever, we read a letter on the train that was talking about that. Let's see if I can find it. Dear Mr. Cornwell, we are yet to receive payment of $2,000 for the initial phase of exploration at the Wapiti Indian Reservation, Amberino, as agreed in the contract between Cornwall Kerosene and Tar and the Leland Oil Development Company, dated November 9th, 1898. So yeah, I think that's to do with the same thing. So, if they wanted proof, I might already have it. Where was that artist? I didn't find any more writings on the walls, but we'll keep an eye out. There's something going on over here.
Hey, will you help a fella out?
Alright, I helped you out before. He did
Come on. I know you got some money.
Get yourself some real food, huh?
Listen, you have to take this.
Ooh, that's real kind of you.
I lost my money playing poker. I know where a good game is. Above the gunsmith. Real.
Seems like I've heard this before. So where's the gunsmith? Over here. So let's go talk to this artist.
Love the gunsmith, huh? Oh,
Then maybe we can check out the gunsmith.
What is your problem?
This guy's singing.
Good morning to you.
How do I get up there? So I'm supposed to get up here? Search the gallery for Charles. Don't think I came in the front door, but don't suppose that matters.
I just don't like how much time you're spending with the man is all.
Just wait until you see his work. It's very progressive.
Well, I'm not so very sure how I feel about progression. Paintings or otherwise.
Come on. You won't have seen the like of it before. I promise.
Maybe that's a good thing. Hold on. Let me compose myself.
What's this guy? What's this artist up to? Charles guy. I wonder.
I think that it's Greek. Or could be Roman.
There he is.
The man simply can't paint.
Modern for my taste.
Look at these idiots.
Just a terror. Excuse me, Mr. Chatterley.
Couldn't you have painted some drawers on her?
Madame, I paint her in her natural state, as she was and will be in paradise.
There's nothing natural about that.
Clothes are civilization, repression, death. To be naked is to be free, innocent, alive. Like Buddha said, you know, we are all just here to fuck.
Well, that explains the decadence of those Hottentots.
Hey, you got a picture of my wife here. In her delicates.
Henry, is that your behind? Why would you be showing it to that man?
That's my mama. As nude as the day she was born.
Stop looking at my husband's buttocks.
Stop looking at my mama.
Well, maybe she shouldn't have exposed herself like that.
This is disgusting.
The nerve on you!
That's it!
Come on, Mildred. This is no place for us.
Come here!
Son of a bitch! You filthy little man! Oh! Oh! Come on, horse, we're leaving!
Hey, I'm coming after you, Frenchie!
Hey.
All right.
What? I think they're leaving.
They are coming! Keep them away!
I think they're leaving. Can I get my hat? Okay, I guess I can get my hat. Defend you from what? The guy left. Okay, let's go find this guy. I think it bugged out. I don't know.
Who's talking now, huh? Hey, where you going off to, Frenchman?
There we go.
Over here! Don't drag your feet!
Just getting my hat.
This show is well and truly over. Let's get out of here. Come on, I know a place where I can disappear for a few days.
Okay.
This way, come on. I think we are okay. The exhibition, what can you say? It was not boring, huh?
That it was not. Yep.
Aren't you test people? Push them. I thought I was a fraud, a no-talent brush-washer. Now I'm not sure. We provoke emotions, no?
You keep provoking emotions like that, and all your canvases will have punch holes through them. I got my secret spot near here. I ain't up.
Huh, you really say?
I told you I was a whole ass.
You did, and you are. Now maybe go be an asshole somewhere else for a while.
Here we are. I know a lady over here. She may let me stay for a while.
Good luck.
Isn't
that
that
picture I gave you? It will be worth something someday. I can feel it.
Perhaps. Right now, seems like the only thing it'd get me is kicking the balls.
Oh, you are funny, you know. I hope to see you again sometime. My angel, my little bird, it's me.
okay?
Out of the way!
All right. Well, those are rather... Those are kind of funny, but I don't know Other than that, they haven't been super interesting yet.
Let's go, girl.
Okay, let's see. We want to go down to the gun shop. But this one?
Welcome, sir. Come in and have a browse. Take a look at our catalog. Let me know if you want to get a feel for any of them.
Do they have other guns?
Let's have a look.
Different guns? So...
No problem. You come back to it any time.
So yeah, there's a question mark back here.
Excuse me. Get out of there.
What's back here, though?
This is a civilized establishment. Behave, please.
Sorry, pal. This is invitation only.
Damn it! Get out of here!
Okay, partner, whatever you say.
Hey, that's not going to work here.
I want to see what you got behind that door back there. Now!
Nothing. This is a back terrace where people go relax and just get away from everything.
Let's go in and relax then. Go on, move.
Open up, it's me!
Again. Must be a slow day.
You know how it goes. So there you are.
Where else would I be?
I suppose you're right.
Do you need something?
No, just...
Hey! What the hell's going on? Oh no! Oh, please, don't shoot!
Why all the security? What the hell's going on back here?
No, nothing. Honest. I'm just paid to guard the place.
I heard there was a poker game.
Alley? Don't lie to me, you son of a bitch.
I just do what I'm told. I don't ask too many questions.
All right, you've got 3 seconds before your goddamn corpse. 3, 2.
Okay. Take it easy. A little poker game, that's all. 3rd floor, upstairs. Door... Jesus, please, no, please. I've told you all I know.
Right, 3rd door. Or 3rd floor.
Third damn floor. Damn it!
Oh my God! Don't do anything stupid. It's all right there on the table.
All right. Nobody move.
There you go. It's all yours. Just stay calm, okay?
I will shoot you dead right there if you don't tell me where the rest of the money is.
Oh, no, please. Keep it together, you imbecile.
You're gonna get us killed, Jim. Just tell him. Shut the hell up. There's plenty more.
Over there, take it easy.
But only he knows the combination. All right, I'll open the damn safe.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
That's funny. Just like opened itself. This isn't good.
Clear out. This is our business now. You know what they look like.
Mary. There they are! Hold your hands where I can see them. I've had...
No one messes with the law in this town.
It's him! Come now! There's no way you can get past us!
Get inside.
Move on!
Come
on!
Alright, we got you surrounded.
I don't think there's anywhere to go.
Drag him out.
Well, that was dumb. So was the crime reported because of the gunshot? Let's go to the train station, I guess.
Christ. You got the money to pay all that off? I tell you, boy.
Alright. So I don't know if I want to do another another main mission. See, I think over here we got one that's not a main mission. I can't go back to the gun shop right now. So we'll have to try that again later. I think it was because of the gunshot. And then I don't know, maybe I could have jumped out the window or something. But it may have just been like one way in, one way out. Right, I think there's a mission over here somewhere.
Why do I waste my time? Why?
What's this guy trying to do?
You okay, bud?
Fantastic. You Americans are nothing but shysters and traitors and slippery-tongued bull suckers.
I'm inclined to agree.
Here, help me please. Back to work with a bloody smile. No problem, Marco. You are the great genius, so we shall the hot poker up the ass. Say thank you, Marco. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
What are you, some kind of...
What?
European toy maker?
No, I am a fucking genius with poker up the ass, like I say.
All right.
Hello? Do I look like I should entertain children?
I mean...
No.
No, he says. No. I am the savior of the mankind, buddy. Yes, you meet him. Professor Marco Dragic. The one the silver-tongued American betrayed and not paid the money to. Yes, he told to shit, man.
So, what's this toy about?
It is not a toy, Big Nuts. It is demonstration of my genius, of my ideas about the source of life.
Oh, it's a toy boat.
Yes, it is a toy boat that I can power remotely using electricity in ways you cannot see.
Good for you. Ways I cannot see.
And still, the investors will not come. Just a couple of old ladies and a moron.
Ladies, please.
Ladies! Gentlemen! Enchanté. Hello. Hello, sir. Okay. How is the piles? Yeah? Good. Okay. My friends, you are about to witness history. A demonstration of my infinite insight. All of us, we feel old. You are old. But maybe I can make you immortal. Using waves you cannot see, I will power this
You're a
boat.
goddamn fraud. And this buffoon, dressed up like a buffoon, is a stoolie.
I watched them conspire, you morons.
I never met this buffoon before 2 minutes ago. Isn't that right?
Which part of it?
So, Professor, show us your magical toy boat. Only this time let the buffoon control it. Check if there's any funny business.
No, this ain't nothing to do with me.
Come, please. It is easy. Any moron could do it, and I am about to prove that. Here, take this, and don't touch that.
Okay.
Use these ones to steer, and this one to shoot torpedoes, okay? Yes, now blow up the little battleships, and avoid the sea mines. They have magnets attached. Make a nasty explosion if they touch the boat. Okay! If this silly dimwit can use torpedoes on boat to destroy the battleships, imagine what technology can do in the hands of certified genius! And I have certificate.
It's doing what I'm telling it.
Of course it is doing. Now tell it to do closer to battleship and shoot with torpedo. Be mindful of the danger.
Okay, what is this?
You see what he does? No wire like telegraph, no pulley system underwater, only waves in the air.
This is remarkable. Think of those poor boys on the H.L. Hunley. 8 of them perished to a mere 5 on the Lusitania. And what a way to go. Trapped in a box at the bottom of the bay. I suppose you intend to make an unmanned killing machine?
You misunderstand. This is the secret to life, not death. The transmigration of the soul. I make lifeless metal breathe like man.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
Carefully. Be mine now. Look.
There, all gone for you.
Yes, you see what he does? Now, bring the boat back to the dock.
That sure was something, but I'm not sure what, if anything, was proven here.
The demonstration's not over yet. Any fool can explode a sitting dock.
Okay. Now what?
Let me just reload her.
This is really remarkable.
This is just a demonstration of my prowess, sir. The real miracles require investment.
Ah.
Now the dimwit will use invisible waves to destroy the little sailing boats before they get to other side of pond, still avoiding magnetic mines.
Oh, he'll attempt to, at least.
Shush! You're not here for this smart talk.
Wait, where are they?
The steam train, the telegraph machine, the motor car. They will all seem pedestrian in comparison to this technology. We are not reliant on wires or coal or gasoline. No, just rays in the air. Like the voice of God.
And funding from us?
And funding from you, of course. What great fun! What an opportunity! No one is stupid enough to pass this up. Not even dimwit here.
Hey, you really ought to work on your salesmanship.
Look who rules the seas.
I almost blew it up myself, I think.
Now bring in the boat back here. It's just... There! As I say, any fool, huh? Thank you.
What is that?
It is the stuff of life,
It's
sir.
a remote-controlled boat.
No. Incredible things are in my lab, back at Dover Hill. That will astound all of you. Mr. Marcel, can I count on your support?
Well, this is expensive.
It is immortality, sir. It is very cheap. Perhaps over lunch.
Maybe.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, yeah, of course. And thank you. If you're ever up near Dover Hill, pay me a visit. There, I will really amaze you.
All right.
I hope you will forgive my European course. In the Balkans, we are a mannerless.
That was kind of a funny one. Although there is like the idea, I guess, that Just like kind of like with the animals, like the amount of things that would amaze you back then would be, the types of things that could amaze you back then would be really different. Now we're just like, oh yeah, it's a remote controlled car or whatever. All right, I think that's gonna be it for this one.
Come here and buy my book. My book will change your life. My book will make you who you want to be. Rich. Rich is who you are, and rich is who you shall be. But you have to read the book.
Uh-huh, and pay you money to buy the book?
So you're the local business genius.
Hello, friend. Do you want to be rich?
Sure, I'll take one.
That'll be $50.
$50 for a book?
And cheap at the price. You read this, and you'll want to give me 100 more.
Forget about it.
Huh. Well, you're lost, buddy.
Get rich quick, huh?
To be happy, sir. Then you need to be rich. And the only
Riches and happiness, not the same thing. All right, where should we stop here? I was hoping I'd see another one of those.
Open your eyes.
The
hell's got you bent out of shape?
Wasn't me, I swear. Are you kidding me?
Wait! This is a misunderstanding.
Hey, come on. What did I do?
Hold on a minute. Let me see. Tell me now.
I need help.
What you doing here?
Hey, take it easy.
You get down from there, now.
Oh, please.
I didn't do anything.
One more inch and you're dead.
Come on. It's only joking.
Please, God, no.
Be wise. Nice and easy now. Should have known what you was getting into.
What did I do? I didn't do anything. Whatever. I was trying to ride past the wagon, and my horse like steered in front of it somehow. Well.
Let's go, girl.
Anyway, as I was saying, where should we go to end this? Maybe we can camp in this little park here. That would be a no. I guess I could just save it anywhere.
Yeah.
I kind of like starting at the camp though. I think I can set it up right here.
Easy now.
All right. Well, we I don't feel like we did a whole lot that time, but we did a bunch of side missions, I guess, and then some stuff. We were able to inspect that thing on the wall, so that'll be interesting. I'd like to see if I can find some more. I haven't seen any yet, but I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Next time, I think I'll do the story missions for sure. We'll start, maybe start with Trelawney and then go from there. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you later.